Hey guys. Okay, so let's get started on the consumer experience for people. Here from our home screen, over down on the very last one, almost last one, prior to listing consult, consumer. We go ahead and click on that. And here on the consumer page, when we land here, you will see that we have 3 tabs. We have landing pages, agent site pages, and guide builder. Today, we're going to be messing with the first 2 tabs a little bit. The guide builder is actually more specifically for our KW app, so we will visit that a little bit later. Another disclaimer before we move forward is because I've already built out my agent site, a lot of the steps are going to be a little bit different than what you'll see on your screen if you haven't set yours up. So just keep that in mind. But as you guys can see here on landing pages, the landing pages or standalone sites are exactly that. They are pages that you hope that leads or clients will land on to learn about whatever topic you chose. You know, are you curious if you can buy a home? Have you thought about selling? Check out this property that's coming soon. And so when you say that you want a landing page or a standalone site, what you're asking of KW is to make you a page and then assign it a URL to its own, right? You won't be able to find it on your agent website. Compared to when I click here on agent site pages, these, you can see they don't have their own unique URL displayed here in the middle. And that's because their URL is most likely going to be very similar to this, right? But your agent website / about us / about me and / contact us. So if I were to, over here, you can see these ones were generated from when I had made my agent site. So when you go to make your agent site, down here, you guys see this configure your site. Let's actually start there with making the agent site. Is you want to make sure to scroll to the bottom, and you should have a Kelle guide down here that says configure your site, Kelle guide. Mine doesn't say the Kelle guide because I've already done it, but just want to make sure you guys are aware of that, is that down here is where you can find that. So configure your site and configure your site, okay? When you click on configure your site, you go, well, what provider would you like to use for your sites? I want to use my KW site. I have a Playster and want to continue using Playster, or I want to explore other options. Probably eventually, we'll be able to do like a WordPress site if you wanted to do a whole separate thing. But for the sake of this 30 minutes, we want to talk about using our new KW agent site, okay? Take me to the Kelle guide for agent sites. So you click submit. And here is the Kelle guide for agent sites. What can you expect out of this guide? Learn how to create and manage a personally branded, neighborhood-focused, mobile-optimized website. So here you're going to pick your domain, then we're going to theme and style, and then page creation, okay? So you go ahead and you click Get Started, and you're going to get a compliance reminder that all agent sites must have the Market Center brokerage logo, inclusion of ownership statement, right? Hey, each office is independently owned and operated, and then compliance with local board / commission laws and rules. Okay, so for example, our brokerage logo must be on the top right corner of the page and easily visible at basically at almost any time when someone lands right on the page. So some other states are actually not that strict about that. So again, if you need help looking for your approved Market Center brokerage, they even have a little link here that'll take you to where you can download that. Our Market Center number is 574, in case you don't know that, because you'll need that Market Center number when you go to this page. So we go ahead and click Acknowledge and Continue. And when you get here, the very first thing you're going to see is your domain, right? And on the right, the left is going to be your example of everything, and then your right is going to be where you can plug stuff in to make the left look the way it does. So as I mentioned, Mine's already kind of set up. That's why you see my logo, and I already have alexfajardo.kw.com, but we're going to walk through that stuff nonetheless. So the first thing you want to do is pick your subdomain. And so what you can do is click confirm domain to make sure that it's available. And you can see the requirements, right? No more than 30 characters, no spaces, no special characters. And if you change your subdomain, the previous subdomain is released and can be claimed by other agents. Okay. Once you've confirmed your domain, then what we want to do is click this arrow right here, marketing profile information, and that will open up more things, right? What's going to basically show up down here on this capture form. So marketing profile information, we want to do first name, last name. Your brokerage, your market center brokerage should already be filled in from having done your marketing profile before, just for command in general. And then you can change the address if you need to, but it does need to be the market center's brokerage. So chances of you needing to change it are slim, but make sure that it's the right address. If you have a team or business name, you can go ahead and put it there, but you can see the asterisks have gone away, so it's not required. Your professional title, whether you want to, use professional title of, realtor or real estate advisor, whatever you want that title to be, you can go ahead and put that there. Then your email, office phone number, mobile number. Your biography, again, should carry over from your marketing profile, but if not, or if you want to change it, you can change it in here. License number, compliance and legal footer will be blank, but, feel free to put something in. You can see that I have put in, if you're currently working with another brokerage or agent, this is not meant as a solicitation. All facts and figures regarding properties or neighborhoods to be verified by visitor. That's just something that I drew up, just having worked with websites and lead capture a ton in the past. Something that you just want to put like, yep, not trying to go after your client, Mr. Agent, just because they landed on my website. Then market center, brokerage, license number, our phone number here at the office. And then if you have a link for any of your compliance or legal footer, you can feel free to post it here. So, and then any other legal footer images you can also upload here. Long story short, I don't have any. So if you're curious about that, but I don't have any. And then profile picture, brokerage logo, and then team header and logo. So in social media, do exactly that. Put the URLs, the complete URLs for each of your landings. So, right, my Facebook, my LinkedIn, and my Instagram. If you have a YouTube, fantastic. You want to put that in there. And then your KW app should auto-populate. And this is a great time, like if you want it for your record, to hit copy, right? And then that'll copy it for you to go click control paste. But that's the URL you want to share with people to drive them to your KW app. And from filling all that out, you're going to get your profile photo, your name, your team name / business name if you put one, and all that. And then your, and your domain. So we've done all that here on part 1. Click save and continue. You now land on part 2, the style and theme. So you can choose between the red theme or the dark theme, right? So dark, it's going to be all kind of basically black lines and white background, or the red theme, which is, kind of red lines and highlights, and then still a white background. And then on your homepage text, you can change this to whatever you wanted to. There's a default one. I forget what the default one says, but, I changed mine to your dreams are one click away. I did something nice and short, again here in 6 words so that it fit over the URL. If you go longer, it's going to start, stacking up on each other, which is totally fine. I just choose to go 6 words so that it fits here pretty well. I say words, but it's obviously characters if it can get too long. And then you can upload hero images. Hero images are the image that people see when they first land on your website. Okay, so that's what a hero image is. They're basically just the background images you can see in the house. So you can take a look. I have this house with the gold door. I have some interior photos, and etc. So this image of the houses, I don't have. They're not one of. It's not one of my images on my actual website. So I can show you guys real quick that if I go to my website, that house image is just like the default one, but there's the picture, right? So a lot of people have asked me, they're like, dude, your website, I don't know what it is. It just looks a little bit different. And I just found some very modern photos that tend to fill it up really well and make it look a little bit more modern. I've noticed that more solid colors and darker colors will give that look, compared to, when we go back to command here, this just has a ton of colors on it because of the different houses, and nothing wrong with that. It's got to fit your personality. This one just fits mine better. So I personally went out and got these images from where I get, like a Shutterstock or a raw pixels, so just FYI there, if you actually go to my website, why it looks so much different, than an existing one. So big fan there of these images personally. Once you upload the images, you're good there. Very straightforward, right? Theme, homepage text, and however many hero images you want to have. And you can see that I'm sorry, I said however many you want to have, but you can only do a max of 5. So they recommend a size of 12 by 12. So basically a square. It can be JPEG or PNG. And these are, you can see, they will randomly display in the background as clients visit your page. When you're done there, you click Save and Continue. And now, customize your site's content. So down here, you can see navigation. We have company profile, about me, and contact us. You can move these around, right? If you said, actually, I need the about me first, then the company profile and contact us, right? Search engine optimization. So right now we are on the working with Alex. Now it says working with Alex because I've made it say that. This was originally the company profile page, and I chose to make it be the working with Alex page, right? That, hey, so you can see all these texts. Number one, what we need to do is work on the search engine optimization. If someone were to see this on Google, you're working with, in this case, working with Alex page, what would they see? Well, I would want the page to be working with Alex. Yep. And if we go to Google real quick, if we go to Google real quick, I was curious if I would be able to make that page actually show up, but it's not. But I want to use Google as an example of what I'm talking about. So the page title is going to be this, what's in blue, what people typically click on in blue, okay? Your URL/slug is how people are going to get there. So people can get there by going to alexfajardo.kw.com/working-with-Alex. And that is seen here, right? The URL up top, kw.com, right? All these different ones, okay? And then number 3 is the SEO description. Learn more about Alex A. Fajardo, realtor, and the reason why he chooses to be a real estate agent in Phoenix, Arizona. That on Google is this part, okay? So now you know what you're doing or why you're filling this out, okay? So once you do that, then you can go to content. You can see on this page, we get a section, an intro paragraph, which I did fill out, right? Real estate has evolved, and it's my goal to make you feel like you have a consultant you can turn to. Whether it's getting a direct offer or listing your home, I want you to feel like you can turn to me for your answers. And then, so I chose to speak about being a Keller Offer certified iBuyer, and then that your home deserves the best marketing. right? And how it is that I do that with 360 virtual tours, professional photographs. So I talk about each one of those, and then I upload the image. So you want to make sure to get those taken care of. It says 360 by 360. So if I want to upload, you just click on there, and then you can click here. So for example, I may need to get some photos that are 360 by 360. I don't have many like square images, right? So I'll give you an example of this image and see it's going to make me make it a square. And just like that, right? Get an offer on your home, have somebody drinking coffee on their laptop, and then, do the same over here. So the cool thing is, even if your image is not already square as you saw, like it's going to let you crop it accordingly. So I'm going to look for another photo. I'm going to go ahead and use this one. Set image. And there you go, right? I'll come back and mess with those later, if those are going to, end up being my final photos, right? But I just want to show you guys how that works. So just like that. And then footer title, would you like to schedule a call with me? And then I personally put a link to my Calendly so that it doesn't make it alive, but at least they could control copy and put that into a URL. I would like that to be a link one day, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. And you can see that it's uploaded my information, brokerage logo, all that stuff in the footer automatically from what we did in the beginning. So I can click save and continue. And let's see if that's updated yet. Sometimes it can take a little bit. So it doesn't look like the photos have uploaded just yet, but you guys can see what the landing page actually looks like right here. Okay, so when you come back over here, now we get to the About Me page, right? And the same thing. Are you still okay with it being in the second position, or do you want it to be, up here? And then search engine optimization, About Me, the slug, the SEO description, and then here in the content, right? Page title, your title, and then bio title, right? Oh, bio title goes right here. And apparently this bio is way too long, so this carried over from my marketing profile, right? The bio did. And in this case, I could like delete a bunch of it. So I'm gonna, there we go. And I think I might have, nope, doesn't want to let me edit anymore, but there we go. Okay, well, it's now officially 8 years now, so I'll have to change that later, all in command. And then contact title, contact phone number, and email, right? All very kind of basic stuff here for your About Me page. So we go ahead and we click continue. And here we now are on the contact us page. And this one's pretty straightforward. Again, navigation wise, are you okay with the order? Search engine optimization. And then in the content, you can You can see content body text is optional, so I needed to delete the word optional. Contact us. We look forward to connecting with you about your real estate goals. Please fill out the form below and we will be in touch within 24 hours. And then in here, the message hint, right? Are you, so I put in here, you know, well, what would they put in the message? Well, I kind of put like some hints of like, are you looking to buy or sell? What is your time frame? Where are you in your search? What is your budget, right? And then when they start typing, that would go away. And then again, you know, phone and email to show down here on the bottom for them to get in touch with us. So then you click save and continue. And it said right there in green, congratulations, you have configured your agent site. So then it says what's next, and there's sites frequently asked questions. You can go to your site settings or create more sites. So let's go to actually manage sites. And that's going to take us back here to this page. And one area that you want to go check it out is the site and app settings right here. You want to know that you should be able to go there, because right here is where now I wouldn't go back to configure, you know, the site unless I really need to make some major changes. Right here under site and app settings, you need to turn on this little switch. Very important. A lot of people are like, hey, everything I just did on that Kelle guide didn't save. And that's because they haven't come in here to turn on the switch. Now, why would KW do that? But you have to keep in mind, someone may configure their site, but not be happy with it. You know, they're like, well, I'm saving, but I need to come back to it and I need to make it better. And so maybe you're not ready to have what you've put on there actually display. So you got to come here, check that on, and then everything that you worked on will then actually show up just like it does on mine, right? But you can see here, if I needed to update the images that I use, if I wanted to change the agent site hero text, I can go to URL. Eventually, we're going to be able to do a custom domain. At the moment, we cannot, but eventually we will be able to. If you wanted to check for a new subdomain, you know, you didn't like the one that you did when you configured the site, or you need access to the app URL or the app text code for your KW app, you can do those right here. You can change the theme, and then the site pages. Once again, you can change the order of them, right? And you can also mess with the SEO again, your search engine optimization and what it says, right? And you can even add pages here from here. When you click add page, it's going to take you to the site creator and ask you, hey, do you want to make an agent site? Do you want to make a URL? And then agent site options, right? Don't be confused. That is the same thing that we already did at the beginning, okay? So now when you're all done and you're happy and you've turned it on and you're using it, you know, if we go back to, I'm going to click on consumers to take us out of the site and apps. When you click on create a new site, it will make sense that it's going to ask you, do you want this page that you want to create be on your agent site, like in, you know, where we were organizing the menu options? Do you want it to show there, or do you want it to be as a standalone page, right? Standalone page would be a landing page. On my agent site would be an agent site page, right? So you would just click on either one of those, click create page, and then from here you can use, here's a blank canvas, and you can start with whatever you want, right? Widgets, content blocks, and layout blocks. Now I'm not going to get in too much into these right now, just because this does take a little bit of patience and might, you know, like using the editor for email, newsletter, or an agent site definitely needs its own like kind of time. But I do want to show you guys the the widgets real quick, okay? So agent profile, team, contact information, these ones are different here than they would be if you were doing a standalone site, just so you know. But we're going to go ahead and say, okay, I need, you know, go ahead and drag. You say, great, I want to talk about me, right? So this kind of looks like the About Me page, right? Maybe you didn't like their About Me page and you want to make your own. So that's how you would, come over here and start messing with it with like the About Me and whatnot. So I'm going to delete these instead of keeping them on here and go one by one. So team, this is what a team page. So if you needed to do a team page, you had people on your team, this is where you can go here. And when you go to configure widget, so now technically, let me click save and apply right here. Okay, so a little bit of a glitch there. It should say like number 2, meet the team right here. So definitely something to like play around with, and maybe it's a new widget they just added. I'm sure a lot of teams are like, we need to be able to talk about our team. So we'll kind of look over that one. Contact form, just like the one that we edited in the contact us, right? Okay, this widget cannot be configured. Yeah, so there's got to be something kind of going on with the meet the team one because I just can't configure that one. So it probably just needs to be just worked on later. So there we go. Yeah, sorry about that. It is working. So I don't have a team, so that could have been an issue. But after clicking around a little bit, it did finally show up. So here's like team 1. And then if you have a team, you should have a Dropbox here. And then when you pick the team, it should start auto filling in people's information for you is what it is, I think, because it's going to say, well, this is everybody you have on your team in the KW roster, and it'll start adding them for you automatically. Okay. So we'll click save and apply. So since I don't have a team, it's going to keep giving me that error, right? So we're good there. And then testimonial carousel. Testimonials. So headline, and then client's detail, and then browse testimonials, right? And I don't know exactly where people can post testimonials just yet, but you can. I like to click around here, like, again, we're going to be encroaching the 30 minutes mark right now, but it's good to see like what they're working on, for example, right? Like the team widget, this testimonial widget. So you go, great, if somebody goes and submits a testimonial, then, we'll be able to pick them from here and see the ones we want to apply. But so there are currently no testimonials, so we would just need to find where people can do that. So, I am going to work on that. I'll do that at a future time, but I know that's a little bit of a newer widget. So you guys are kind of getting the idea of the different widgets that are available if you needed to make something, right? Download my app, same thing. Here's the download my KW app widget, which is pretty nice. But now that I'm looking here, I see that there's a testimonial capture page, right? So maybe you're making a testimonial page, from our clients. And then here, thanks for being a valued client. Can you give me a testimonial, right? So testimonial capture. And if you go, yep, that overall looks pretty awesome, save and apply. So now someone could put in their information, right? Alex Fajardo, 1275 East Bluebird Drive, client since 2012, 5-star. You know, Alex was great. If you're noticing now that we have a capture form, you could probably come in here and add these manual and say, yeah, Alex was great. He helped me buy a home after years of me trying to qualify. Highly recommend him. Right. And would you recommend him? Yes, no, I wouldn't, and then preview testimonial. Now this is a preview one, as you can tell. I'm not Royals, Realtors, right? And would you recommend? Yes, no, preview, right? So that's how that capture would work. So you click done. And again, if there's any other kind of widgets you want, contact forms, maybe you don't want to do a carousel, you want to do a list, but that's how you can kind of come in here and maybe mess with making a pretty awesome page and adding it. So I still need to do a testimonial one, so that's something I'm definitely going to work on. But I could totally see how awesome this could be, is like a testimonial page where it displays the testimonials, then it's got a capture form, and then at the very bottom, download the KW app, and all done, right? And then I can click out of here and make sure that I have all these. You can see here that the team one, I need to get rid of that somehow because it wouldn't let me save this page otherwise. So you see the little preview button up here too, by the way. This little bar up here, you can go by desktop, you can go by tablet, and you can go by mobile, which is cool. And then you can preview the page up here. So this is how you would be able to actually mess with the page when you have preview on. So it's not going to open up on a new page. It's just so that you can, actually mess with this. Yes, I would. No, I wouldn't. Mess with the stars, all that good stuff. So download app. So yeah, the only thing that I'm having a problem with is I can't actually save this page. I would click save right now if I could. It's just because it's expecting me to pick a team, but I don't have a team. So be careful not to use that widget unless you legitimately have a team to, or otherwise you're just gonna have to start over. So there you have it. That's kind of how you can make a page for your agent site or, landing page. The landing page will, like I mentioned, will just provide a little bit different examples here, different widgets to pick from, but otherwise pretty much the same. So there you have it, guys. So that was the agent site. So next time when we get back on Monday, I'll be going over, working on the KW app. All right. So I appreciate you guys joining today, taking a look at this. And if you have any questions, you know where to find me. Thanks so much. Bye.